In this video, we'll explore the 12 houses of the Zodiac. Let's start by looking at the history of these Zodiac houses. The concept of the Zodiac and its 12 houses has its origins in ancient Mesopotamia, specifically with the Babylonians in the 5th century BCE. The Babylonians observed the movements of the planets and the stars and correlated these movements with earthly events. Over time, this evolved into the zodiac system as we know it, although the houses as we understand them took a bit longer to fully develop. The Hellenistic period, circa 330 BC through 30 BCE, saw significant contributions to astrology, with the Greeks integrating Babylonian astrological concepts and providing a more structured and systematic approach. The houses system, known as the topical houses, was more clearly defined during this period. By the time of Claudius Ptolemy in the 2nd century AD, the 12-house system was solidified in his work Ra Biblos. Now, let's take a look at what the houses represent. In astrology, the zodiac wheel is divided into 12 sectors or houses. These houses represent different areas of life and experiences. While the zodiac signs show how something might manifest or the qualities it might have, the houses show where it will manifest in our life. In a natal chart, birth chart, the planets' positions by zodiac sign reveal certain tendencies, and their positions by house show where these tendencies will play out. The birth chart is essentially a snapshot of the celestial positions at the exact time of one's birth. The chart serves as a symbolic representation of the positions of the planets, the sun, and the moon against the backdrop of the 12 zodiac signs and the 12 houses as viewed from the birthplace. Here's how these positions are determined. 1. Date, time, and place of birth. To create a natal chart, you must have the exact date, time, and place of birth. This precise information is necessary because the positions of the planets change relatively quickly, especially the moon. 2. Celestial longitude. The main component used in astrology is the celestial longitude, which is the position of a planet projected onto the ecliptic plane. The ecliptic plane is the apparent path the sun takes around the Earth during the year. 3. Zodiac divisions. The zodiac is divided into 12 equal parts of 30 degrees each, corresponding to the 12 zodiac signs. The point where the sun is at the spring equinox, around March 21, is the start of the zodiac zero-dag Aries. From this, we measure the celestial longitude of the planets, noting in which zodiac sign each planet lies. 4. Houses. The birth chart is also divided into 12 sections known as houses. Each house represents a particular area of one's life, as detailed in the earlier descriptions. The starting point, the ascendant or rising sign, is the zodiac sign that was on the eastern horizon at the exact moment of birth. The chart is then divided into 12 sections from this point. There are various systems for dividing the space into houses, but the Placidus system is the most widely used. 5. Positioning the planets. Using planetary tables called ephemerides, which show the positions of celestial bodies day by day, astrologers locate where each planet was at the time of birth. These positions are then marked on the chart. 6. Aspects. Astrologers then look at the angles or aspects between planets, which can indicate areas of harmony, tension, or focus in a person's life. The major aspects include conjunctions 0 apart, sextiles 60 apart, squares 90 apart, trines 120 apart, and oppositions 180 dag apart, and oppositions 180 dag apart. With the birth chart drawn up, an astrologer can interpret the meaning of each planet's position by sign, house, and the aspects they make with each other. The placement by house will suggest the life area where that planet's energy is most strongly expressed or experienced. The placement by sign will give insight into how that planet's energy is expressed. For example, Mercury and Gemini in the third house might suggest someone who communicates quickly and intelligently in everyday situations, while Mercury and Capricorn in the 10th might point to someone who communicates with authority and seriousness, especially in their career. In the age of technology, software and online platforms can generate natal charts instantly using the provided birth data. Still, the art and skill of interpretation require deep astrological knowledge and intuition. As a matter of fact, if you're curious about your own natal or birth chart, check out the first link in the description. You'll find an excellent resource for obtaining your own chart and learning more about the forces that are influencing you throughout your life. Now let's take a closer look at each of these zodiac houses. The first house, house of self, ascendant or rising sign. This house is all about the self, your personality, appearance, and your general outlook on life. It's the mask you present to the world. The sign on the cusp of this house is called the ascendant or rising sign and can be just as important as your sun sign in describing your persona. Sign traits. Aries, ruled by Mars. Aries is assertive, pioneering, and confident. They are often brave and possess a certain childlike innocence and directness. Concepts. Appearance. The first house colors the way one physically presents themselves to the world. First impressions are here. Personality. Just as Aries is direct and assertive, individuals with strong first house placements might have a strong, dominant personality. General outlook. This determines the lens through which you view the world. A positive outlook might see opportunities, while a negative one might see challenges. The second house, house of value. This house relates to personal wealth, possessions, self-worth, and your attitude towards material resources. It can indicate how you earn money and your spending habits. Sign traits. Taurus, ruled by Venus. Taurus is persistent, practical, and values stability. They have an appreciation for beauty and the finer things. Concepts. Personal wealth. How one earns and retains money. Possessions. Material belongings that offer comfort or status. Self-worth. Beyond material, it's one's value system and sense of self-respect. The third house, house of communication. Governing communication, immediate environment, siblings, short journeys, and primary education. It represents our way of thinking and how we process information. Sign traits. Gemini, ruled by Mercury. Gemini is adaptable, communicative, and curious. They're quick thinkers with an insatiable thirst for knowledge. Concepts. Communication, both verbal and written forms. Immediate environment, how one interacts with their immediate surroundings. Siblings, bonds, challenges, and lessons from those closest in lineage. The fourth house, house of home and family, Ia Mumkoeli, representing one's home, family, ancestry, and roots. It's about your personal foundations and your connection to the past. Sign traits. Cancer, ruled by Moon. Cancer is nurturing, protective, and deeply intuitive. They value home and family above all. Concepts. Home. Physical home as well as emotional comfort. Ancestry. Understanding past generations and lineage. Roots. One's foundational beliefs and values. The fifth house, house of pleasure. Governing creativity, children, romance, hobbies, and leisure activities. It represents what brings us joy and how we express our playful side. Sign traits. Leo, ruled by Sun. Leo is expressive, creative, and has a flair for the dramatic. They love attention and are deeply loyal. Concepts. Creativity. All forms of personal expression. Romance. Flirtations, love affairs, and the joy of love. Children. Not just offspring, but creations, legacies, and that which brings joy. The sixth house, house of health and service, relating to daily routines, health, and service to others. It shows how you function on a daily basis and your approach to work and health. Sign traits. Virgo, ruled by Mercury. Virgo is analytical, practical, and has a deep sense of duty. They seek to improve and refine. Concepts. Daily routines. The daily grind and habits. Health. Physical well-being, dietary habits, and fitness. Service. Acts of service and duty to others. The seventh house, house of partnerships. Descendant, focusing on all kinds of partnerships including marriage, business partnerships, and open enemies. It can show how you relate to others and what you seek in partnerships. Sign traits. Libra, ruled by Venus. Libra seeks harmony, balance, and partnership. They are diplomatic and fair-minded. Concepts. Partnerships, both romantic and business. Balance, how one harmonizes with others. Open enemies, those openly in opposition to us. The eighth house, house of transformation, concerning birth, death, rebirth, shared resources, and transformation. It's about deep connections, shared assets, and transformational processes. Sign traits. Scorpio, ruled by Pluto. Scorpio is intense, probing, and transformative. They're concerned with mysteries and the deeper truths. Concepts. Shared resources, joint finances, and shared assets. Sexuality, deep emotional and physical connections. Rebirth, death and the cycle of transformation. The ninth house, house of philosophy, governing higher education, travel, philosophy, and spiritual understanding. It represents our search for meaning, expansion, and broadening horizons. Sign traits. Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter. Sagittarius is optimistic, loves freedom, and seeks knowledge and truth. They're the eternal student and traveler. Concepts. Higher education. The pursuit of advanced knowledge. Travel, both physical travel and journeys of the mind. Philosophy, personal belief systems and morals. The 10th house, house of career. Midheaven, McHeaven, concerning career, reputation, and social standing. It indicates your public life and how you're perceived in the public eye. Sign traits. Capricorn, ruled by Saturn. Capricorn is disciplined, ambitious, and seeks to build lasting structures. They're the planners and strategists. Concepts. Career, not just jobs but vocation and life's work. Reputation, how the world perceives you. Social standing, one's status and place in society. The 11th house, house of friendships, representing friendships, group activities, dreams, and hopes. It's about our social circles, group affiliations, and collective dreams. Sign traits. Aquarius, ruled by Uranus. Aquarius is innovative, eccentric, and values collective efforts. They're forward, thinking, and humanitarian. Concepts. Friendships, social circles and communal bonds, group activities, collaborative efforts and team dynamics, hopes and dreams, personal aspirations, and larger societal wishes. The 12th house, house of the subconscious, governing the hidden, the subconscious, secrets, and endings. It's about solitude, secret enemies, and things hidden from view. Sign traits. Pisces, ruled by Neptune. Pisces is dreamy, compassionate, and spiritual. They're connected to the unseen and the collective unconscious. Concepts. Subconscious, hidden fears, dreams, and untapped potential. Secrets, that which is hidden, both from others and oneself. Solitude, the importance of introspection and self-reflection. We'll go into greater detail regarding each of these houses and their significance in other videos. Meanwhile, here are some key takeaways. In a natal chart, the houses are determined by the time and place of birth. The ascendant, or rising sign, is a sign that was rising on the eastern horizon at the moment of birth, and it sets the cusp of the first house. The rest of the houses follow counterclockwise around the wheel. The planets move through these houses, and their energy interact with the life areas represented by the houses. When interpreting a chart, an astrologer will consider not only the sign a planet is in, but also the house to provide a fuller picture of the person's strengths, challenges, and potential. Each house's concepts, combined with the ruling sign's traits, paints a nuanced portrait of the individual and their journey through life. It's worth noting that while these are the traditional rulerships, modern astrologers sometimes use the outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, as co-rulers of Aquarius, Pisces, and Scorpio respectively. In interpreting a chart, both the house placements and their rulers provide insight into the individual's strengths, challenges, and personal evolution. Finally, if this video has been educational or entertaining for you in any way, be sure to like and subscribe for more in-depth content on the subject. We plan to produce content on astrological and zodiac-focused topics for a long time to come. So, thank you for supporting the channel with your time and attention. Come see us again. And, most importantly, until next time, take care of yourself.
Don't forget to check the link in the description for access to your personalized birth chart.